morning is now the third Sunday of the challenge. 3 4 weeks. I haven't touched a drop and haven't smoked a bit. It's a good record, I'd have to say. It's been a long time since I've gone that long without smoking or drinking. Feel good about that. So it's gonna be a nothing day probably today. I'm just gonna chill out and definitely I'm gonna play Pokemon like all day probably, but I feel good. So good morning. Update for today. It's now almost, well, it's 8:30 or 7:36, excuse me. Like I said, all I did was play Pokemon today. I'm trying to finish Black 2 because I've never played it. So I'm just trying to see what the story is, and it's really fun. It's really hard actually. Like every single section I get into, all the Pokemon are higher level than mine. So you really kind of have to grind your levels up and stay strong. Otherwise, you're gonna get knocked out really easily. And my starter Emboar, he is so weak and just bad, and it's really disappointing. um, but yeah, I've been playing Pokemon all day. I have a nice team. I actually caught Cobalion, and now I'm sitting right in front of Virizion. So that's gonna be 2 legendaries I'll have before. I think I'm going to the 7th gym right now. Um, just kind of want to show off my collection a little bit. Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I just bought Leaf Green. I got Heart Gold. I got Platinum coming in the mail, so that's Gen 3, 4, Black and White, and then White 2 is in there right now because I'm playing it. Gen 4, 5, so this is Gen 6. This is Gen 7. Then I also own Let's Go Eevee and Sword, which is Gen 8, and I own Pokemon Scarlet, which is Gen 9. So I have one from every generation. And that actually includes, I do have Generation 1 and 2 as well. Let's see, I'm going to show that quick here. And I'll show whatever else I have on here downloaded. So here's my home screen. So yeah, this right here, White 2. And in here I have all my Pokemon games. So we got Omega Ruby. This is Pokemon Crystal, Red, Blue, Yellow. This demo supposedly gets you like a special Greninja, so I have this demo. Pokemon Dream Radar, I wasn't sure if I would ever use this game, but it only connects to Black and White 2, so eventually when I beat White 2, I'll be able to play Dream Radar and get some other legendaries in there. And then this is just, I don't even know what that is. That doesn't even include that's just all the Pokemon games I have. This console came with Super Mario Bros. 2, and I bought these 2 games as well, SteamWorld Dig and SteamWorld Dig 2. Those aren't that interesting, but it's they're fun, I guess. But yeah, I have quite a collection of Pokemon games right now, and it's gonna only get more bigger because I eventually, someday, I'm gonna own them all. Oh, I forgot to say, I also have I think it's Shining Pearl or Brilliant Diamond. I can't remember, but those games suck so bad that I didn't even want to include it. But yeah, so I'm a collector, and I'm a huge fan of this game or these games. My favorite one is probably, I think Pokemon Sword was like one of my favorite games. I had a blast playing that one. Heart Gold is definitely up there because it was the first one I ever owned, and I still own the very first one. My brother actually ended up selling his. I can't remember what the first one I ever played was, but yeah, that's pretty. Oh, another quick thing. I went to Hardee's today for the first time in like ever. I don't even know when the last time I went to Hardee's was. I got their Nashville hot chicken sandwich. It was okay. Nothing crazy. It wasn't bad at all, but and then I got this other so it was almost like a patty melt sandwich. It was very cheesy. Is I think it's Fresco or something like that. Very cheesy, very good. I would recommend that one if you can figure out what I'm talking about. The Fresco sandwich. Yeah, I might go back to Hardee's just for that one. Anyway, that's all I have today. Didn't do anything. I probably played. Oh, I actually played Among Us VR again today. Except all of a sudden, I just got hit with a wave of motion sickness, and I basically was incapacitated. I could almost not even finish the game that I was in because I was so sick. And yeah, nice little chilled day. Anyway, have a good night. Don't drink, don't smoke. You got this. Stay strong.